Hey, welcome back. Day 52 of Hey, what are you doing today? I wonder why I didn't call it What am I doing today? I don't know. But anyway, day 52. Today was a tough one. Kind of, a big lesson today for me. And, it wasn't, not that I learned a big lesson, but a big test, a big experience that the world had kind of put me through today. There's just a couple different things that I've been noticing, and that as I'm going down this path, the ether is also kind of guiding me into not only strengthening my body, my physical self, but also my mental self. Learning to change thought processes, thought reactions, emotional reactions. And I didn't really understand why. I could kind of feel it occurring. I could kind of feel the information that, even though I wasn't looking for it, the information that was coming to me was kind of was kind of going down that path, and I just kind of went with it. And as I was walking out to make this video, I kind of came to a revelation of what's going on, and what the ether is doing as far as this experience and what happened today. Two major components that were on my brain today. One that's kind of been something I picked up here within the last week or so that I've been kind of using, and that is whenever I'm in a situation, just to accept it as the situation, even if it's a bad situation, or there's something negative about the situation. Just to kind of accept that as it is, watch it, be observant of it, almost have a sense of gratitude towards it as an event in itself, even if it is a bad event or not a comfortable event, and just take it for that. For example, if it's raining and it's a cold rain and I've got to walk through it, rather than be, oh man, it's raining, and be all down on it, just kind of take it as it's raining. It is what it is, and kind of move through it and kind of deal with it and be observant of my reaction to it. And so there was that, and that's actually helped me a lot. That simple little thought, when I find I'm in a situation I don't like, rather than fight it, I just kind of accept it and then watch my reaction to it and try to learn from it. And then the other thing that happened, this one came to me today, and that's if something angers me, what I read today told me just to let it go. Don't give it any kind of response. Don't give it any kind of thought. Don't give it any kind of reaction. Just let it pass fluidly through the mind. Give it no reaction, no value of a reaction at all. And that's a tough one. It sounds great on paper, but in action, in activity, it's very difficult. At least for me, it is. My ego really wants to take over when I'm angry, when I feel there's an injustice, when I feel that I want to understand why that injustice is there. I want to fight back. And what was interesting today was, as soon as I read that, not literally while I was reading it, my phone rang, and it was this person on the other end of the line, and they're just giving me some horrible, without repeating everything they said, but just from out of nowhere came this anger, this combativeness with this person. And it was like, had I not read that, and had I not been in this frame of mind, I would have blown up. I would have, it was still hard just to hang up the phone and try to move on. But had I not have been in those two frame of thoughts, those two simple thoughts, I can only imagine where that would have taken me. And then the other side of it, this day kind of continued on that way, where there was just a series of situations I didn't want to be in, situations that I felt were time-wasting situations. However, I was kind of trapped, or the people I was dealing with, or things that came up, they were all things that I didn't want to deal with. I wanted out of the situation. I wanted, and things that would have angered me, and they did anger me. It's not like it just passes through me. That's something that I've got to work on. I've got to achieve that. However, what does that have to do with becoming an entrepreneur? I mean, to me, it's huge. I'm gonna have big frustrations with people, big frustrations with myself, big frustrations with a company. These things are gonna come, and this one little step that I didn't even realize I was learning, I didn't realize I was learning until I opened my eyes and observed it. today was just like one big test in action, life in action. You know, here I got hit like 5 times in a row, like bam, 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 and you know, the me 2 or 3 months ago, I would have gone ballistic. I would have lost my temper. Would have, you know, acted as a child might act. I would, you know, I'm sure I would have said things that I would regret now. I would be, you know, going home carrying this heavy weight on me, and I can still feel the turmoil. The turmoil, I mean, it's inside me. I've got to figure out a way to kind of cleanse that turmoil. That'll be hopefully something I'll learn, you know, to let it bounce, let it really flow through me. You know, I did give it a reaction. I did give it a thought. I did think about things. I did kind of run it through my head. It's the first day that I've heard that. However, it was great to have that and know what I need to do. So, a very negative day, a very positive test that came from it. I can't say that I'm in, you know, the highest of spirits or anything like that, but at least I see what the test was. I see what was delivered to me, and I see my reactions. I see my weaknesses. I see where I have room to get a lot stronger. I see where these tools are going to become very beneficial. And it was something, again, that I wasn't expecting from this journey. So this mental strength training, and I have to tell you, what I went through today with controlling and observing my thoughts and being attached to those elements of being outside of my brain and letting things pass, that may have been more strenuous than a long run. I'm exhausted. As silly as that might sound, the mental battle that went on in my brain and with my emotions, and it just completely exhausted me. I'm wiped out. But I'll wake up tomorrow refreshed and do it all again. So just an interesting insight today. As things come to me, I'm going to continue to keep an open mind and take them as they are. Now I also have not only an open mind but an observant mind, looking at things as they're coming to me, learning from them. So anyway, just thought I'd share that for day 52. So thanks for stopping in. Hey, what are you doing today?